Sharon Wanjiru in a movie, because I feel it's a disrespect of the black color. But I will feel the person is abusing me.
Rikarize. First time that I encountered the word nigger, I saw it in a movie. Why not? I would not be okay with that. But with my guys in the hood, there is no problem. By the way, where did the word nigger come from? It comes from the word negro, and negro is the meaning of color black in the Spanish word. What is the problem of calling me with my characteristics when you want to describe me? In fact, nowadays they call themselves African Americans, yet they are black. They are black Americans. Yeah, that's what I would be saying. So let those people who are in America or in any other part which has ratio mahali kuko na mixing ya races, let them accept them. If you are an Asian, if you are white, you are white. If you are black, you are black. If you call me the guy with the kipara, we can't change that. That's me.
I'm Grace Mathenge. It was in a movie. It's not bad. Bad. Because to whites, when they call us nigger, it's a kind of discrimination, and it is, to them, it's like an insult. So I would feel bad.
So it's okay for blacks and black to insult each other?
Yeah. As long as they are both blacks, okay.
First, obviously, music. Music. Me, I'm a big fan of hip-hop music, so that's why I had mine first. It depends. I'm not sure about that, but it depends. Okay, let me speak on my perspective, because me, I'm an artist. For a rapper, I think it's more of culture based, the hip hop culture. Yeah. For a musician, for a rapper, for someone who listens to hip hop music, you get what I'm saying. So for when a musician or a rapper says it, it's more of a culture thing, more than knowing what's the meaning behind it. Yeah, it's more of culture. Personally, I wouldn't feel okay. Mimi, I wouldn't feel anything, because I know I'm African, but I think the way that we've learned about the Western culture is being called a nigger by a white person is wrong. So now, because I know it, I'll obviously act. But in my African point of view, I'm like, whatever. I don't.
Why would you feel bad when a white person calls you a nigger?
It has. I believe history teaches me that the word nigger originated and these are slaves, back when slave trade was a thing. So they used to label all the black guys as niggers. So I think it's more of, Ali, when the guy who was instead of being abused, instead of the guy who was called nigger for the first time, I think they embraced it. Now the fact that I can call another black guy a nigger, and they embraced it instead. So it does not have so much deep, what can I say, sentimental. It's not that sentimental in terms of being a slave, in terms of being slaves. Yeah. So they made it a lighter. When you use something frequently, it loses meaning.
So let me so if when a white man calls you a nigger, it has a negative.
It has a negative, obviously, because we were enslaved by. I'm saying we. Black people were enslaved by white people, right? And that's the label they give. So it's definitely, if someone calls you that, that means if a white person calls you that, that means it's he or she has degraded you to a certain level.
Jacinta Wangari Gitonga. I heard it from a friend. I just feel it okay from another black person. I would feel bad because I know they just think that we don't know much about technology, and we are less in terms of knowledge than them. So I feel so.
My name is Fidelis. And the first time I heard it was in the movies. Yeah, with these American movies, the blacks. For me, for the ladies, I don't think it's common, but for the guys, it's so common calling each other the niggers. But I don't think it's wrong to call your friends that way, but it depends if you're close enough calling each other that way, because it is mostly used in the States. So using it here, I don't think it should be used in friendships or anything, but really close friends. I would be mad, of course, because their meaning it might be different from us. For us, we might think it's friend unaita rafiki yako, but for them it might be referring to that way. So I don't think it would be right him or her calling it that way.
This discussion about the term nigger was very interesting. Before we go on, I'm James, I was your host, and please subscribe to our channel. The issue here is, I will be very simple and summarize this topic is, we may refer to each other as niggers, as blacks, but I know that most of us feel uncomfortable and refer to the same by a white person. But ask yourself, do white have a such term that has a negative connotation in the level of niggers? Do white have a term that can be equated to the term nigger as we used to refer to ourselves and they used to refer us to us? We may say the language matters with the environment you are, but the question is very simple. If they didn't have a good term that had a negative connotation like nigger, then we may be somewhere wrong. We may be saying that it's good to be called monkeys among ourselves, but when an outsider calls us monkeys, we complain. That's what I have for today. Till next time, I'm your host, James.